What is going on, everybody? Hello? Hello? Hello, hello. What is up, my friends? And welcome. I am excited today, if you can't tell. I'm a little excited. I'm a little jumpy. I'm a little bit on the edge of my seat in anticipation here of today's gameplay streams. Today is Friday, September 20th, 2019. I am Darkside Phil, and I welcome you all to a full day of fun gameplay streaming, as usual. Today we got two really awesome things lined up for everybody, alright? You guys ready for this? I hope you're ready for this. I don't know if you are, but you better hold on to your butts, you better secure your belts, get those seatbelts fastened, because today is a day that we might not survive. It is too good. A day that is truly too good. Okay, let's talk a little bit about today. First of all, today is a new release of a game that I've never played, but is a re-release of a game that's like 25 years old. That certainly doesn't mean it's not good. Today is the release of The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening Remake for the Nintendo Switch. Essentially what they've done is they've taken a Game Boy exclusive game from the 1990s that I never played, because I didn't own a Game Boy until really the end of its original life cycle around the time that Pokemon released in the late 90s. Okay, and they remade this game for the Nintendo Switch with modernized controls and modernized graphics. I want them to understand they did not change any of the gameplay elements. The puzzles, the story, everything's the same, but they redid the graphics, the music, and the control scheme to basically make it appeal to a more modern audience. This is 100% up my alley for a few reasons. First of all, my favorite Zelda game of all time is A Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, which was the Zelda game released in the early 90s. I believe it was 91. It might be 92, but I think it was 1991, for the Super NES. This was one of my favorite games ever for the Super NES, one of the few that I actually owned outright, and I replayed over and over and over again over the years. In fact, I still think it's the best Zelda game ever made. Now, for those who don't know, Link's Awakening is essentially a sequel. It's not the same plot. It's supposed to be, as always with Zelda games, it's a different Link in a different timeline or a different world, but it's the same gameplay elements. It plays like a top-down Zelda game like Link to the Past does. So what they wanted to do at that time frame, what they were trying to do is take the home console games and port them to the Game Boy, and it wouldn't be direct ports. Instead, it would be, let's redo the game, new puzzles, new bosses, and the like, but have it play similar to the games that were on the SNES. So that's exactly what this is. It's going to play, like a game that I absolutely love, but it's going to be a new game to me because I've never played it, so I'm not going to know the solutions to the puzzles, how to kill the bosses, etc. So this is pretty exciting for me. In fact, I'm wearing my Zelda pants. I don't have any Legend of Zelda t-shirts, but I do have Legend of Zelda pants that I'm wearing today in honor of the launch of The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening on the Switch. I'm really excited. I really like Link to the Past. Like, I'm serious. Like, one of my, probably, if I were to sit down and hash out a list of my top 10 games of all time, I think Link to the Past would definitely be on the list. So, to play a game that's very similar to it is pretty freaking sweet, okay? It's like I told you guys a few times over the last decade, I own A Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. And I always said to you guys I would like to do a playthrough of it, but no one really ever asked for it. But now that because this is a brand new release, people want to see me play this. So this is awesome, okay? So, I'm super stoked for this. The premiere stream of Link's Awakening right now. Later tonight, on my late stream, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. The grand finale. The end of an era. Because tonight, ladies and gentlemen, on my late stream, it's my final session ever of Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Blackout. It's the last time I'll ever be playing Black Ops 4. This is it. The last hurrah. The final shebang. The whole kit and caboodle. After almost a straight year of me playing Black Ops 4 Blackout on a weekly basis for Battle Royale purposes, this is gonna be it, okay? After this, we're moving it for about a month here. I won't be doing any Battle Royale, which will be good for variety's sake because I've been doing it for so goddamn long. But then, we're going to have Modern Warfare coming out in October, which apparently, by all reports, will not have Battle Royale at launch. But what I may do is start putting in other Battle Royale stuff into my schedule, like checking out PUBG again for the first time in a year and a half. And then the rumor is that Modern Warfare may actually add in Battle Royale at a later date. So I guess we'll have to see. But this essentially will be the final session of Battle Royale for a while. So like I said, the end of an era in a lot of ways. A game that I've been playing for an extended period of time that's now going to finally get retired as of tonight. So I fully expect tonight we're going to have a lot of attendees on the late stream. You're going to have fans showing up. We're going to have haters showing up. We're going to have, a good mix of everything kind of, all coming together in one ultimate blackout final finale stream. So I hope you will join me for that later tonight. Excuse me. I hope you'll join me for that later tonight around 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. Okay? Should be great. I hope you guys are excited for that. Okay. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing more Link's Awakening. So a second major stream of Link's Awakening tomorrow as the main gameplay stream. Okay? And then tomorrow night, Saturday night's late stream, we're going to return to the Call of Duty Black Ops. Ugh. We're going to return to the Call of Duty Modern Warfare beta because they're launching Ground War, which is the large-scale multiplayer maps where I believe it's going to be like 20 people versus 20 people or something like that. And I'm curious to obviously see how that's going to be implemented in the game. So we'll be checking that out tomorrow night. Should be pretty fun. Then on Sunday, it's going to be Borderlands 3. Yes, we're going to go back to Borderlands 3 for a stream to break up the Zelda fun. I don't want to do Zelda too many days in a row and then people get burned out on it. So Borderlands 3 on Sunday. And then Sunday night is my weekly Minecraft chill stream where we build, we have fun, we relax, we conversate, and the top contributor of the night will get something built in their honor. Okay, pretty nice. Then, on Monday, we'll decide what we want to do. Maybe it'll be more Borderlands 3, or maybe it'll be more Link's Awakening. More than likely, it's going to be more Link's Awakening. That's what I'm leaning toward. And then Monday night, probably Dragon Quest Builders 2, another late night stream. This will be the second late night stream that I've been doing of the game after my return to the game, which is good because I really like the game, and people seem to enjoy when I play it. So that's going to be my streaming week. I'm off on Tuesday. The rest of the week is a little bit up in the air. What I can tell you is that Thursday, which is the 26th, will be the return of Ask the King, my bi-monthly Q&A show. That's going to be a main gameplay stream on that day. And that weekend, either Saturday or Sunday, so either the 28th or 29th, it's going to be my special retrospective marathon event. I have not set the date yet, but that will be coming up the end of September, okay? Now, the reason I say this week's schedule is up in the air is because I'm getting the Genesis Mini at some point. I just don't know when, okay? I don't know. I don't know when I'm getting it. It could be earlier in the week. It could be later in the week. So this week's schedule is directly dependent on when the Genesis Mini shows up. If I don't get it till the end of the week, then obviously I'll be continuing to play Zelda and Borderlands until it shows up. If I get it like Wednesday, then we'll cover it on Wednesday. All right? So it all depends, and I'll let you guys obviously know when we have more information. Okay? And we'll go from there. Fair enough? Alrighty then. Sounds good. Now, October should be a special month. October, there's a lot of stuff going on, including, first of all, I'll be decorating my office for Halloween festivities. There'll be horror decorations all over the office, which will be pretty neat. And more than likely, that's going to probably be October 2nd, because the 1st is probably going to be a day off for me. So, actually, I take that back. October 2nd is my day off. Yeah, I'm trying to think, because I think I have an appointment that day. So, if October 2nd is my day off, that means the 3rd is probably when I'll come back with Halloween decorations and everything in the office. There's going to be a lot of good stuff in October, including the Ghostbusters remake, which I can't wait for the Ghostbusters to be remastered because that game was amazing, and I can't wait to play it again, now with a live streaming audience. Should be pretty sweet. There's going to be WWE 2K20, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, The Outer Worlds, Luigi's Mansion 3, the Medieval remaster / remake. So, it's going to be funny. It's going to be funny. I'm excited. Funny. It's going to be fun and funny, I think, actually. There's going to be a lot of good stuff going on in October. I have to basically take the opportunity to sit down and redo the October schedule because the middle 2 weeks of the month, I know for a fact there's stuff coming out, but I never wrote it. I never like went back and got the dates and wrote it down. So in the next couple days, when I get a chance, one of these nights, I'm going to sit down and look through the gaming schedule, update my schedule to let you guys know more stuff that I'll be covering in October. Okay. It's going to be fun. I love this time of the year when we got all these fun new gaming releases coming out, and it's very exciting, and I hope that you guys have been enjoying the streams lately, okay? It's going to get even better. Okay. Now, a few other things. FYI, right now, you have the ability to nominate horror or spooky-themed games for my upcoming Halloween Horror Marathon. Please do so over on my website, thekingofhate.com. In the general section, there is a thread that is sticky there, and you can post up any kind of spooky or horror-themed games. Already, there's been many people who've nominated certain things. I'm excited to see what you guys nominate. One game that we're absolutely playing 100% during the Halloween Marathon will be Luigi's Mansion 3. So that's a lock. But there's another like 3 to 4 spots wide open. Let's see what people nominate and vote for. And what we're going to do is nominations for a couple of weeks. Then once the nominations are in, then we're going to form a poll. You guys are going to vote on the poll. And that's going to determine what games end up being played in the Halloween event. Okay? Now, the other thing, I talked about this yesterday, but I'll talk about it again. Excuse me. Jesus Christ, that was disgusting. It came out of nowhere. I'm sorry, guys. Another thing is the Halloween costume voting. You guys are going to be able to vote on what category of Halloween costume I'll be wearing on Halloween for my marathon. However, I'm not sure yet what the categories are going to be. Kat and I have just started to go out and look for Halloween-themed stuff in our local area. We found one store so far that had pretty limited selection. So what we want to do is at least go another week or two and see what else is out there. And once we have a good idea, then I can formulate the categories for you guys to vote on, since I'll already have ideas of what I want to do in each category, okay? So, I'll let you know once we get more developments on that, okay? Sound good? All right, there you go. Someone whose name is Piss Drinker is actually criticizing my stream. Your name is Piss Drinker, and you're complaining that I burped. I think you do way worse things than listen to me burp, Mr. Piss Drinker. I'm just saying. All right, anyway, let's continue. So, what the fuck? So, it's exciting. There's good stuff going on right now. I love this time of the year. We got, special events, great new releases. The hype is real, my friends. Okay? All right, let's move on. And, let's talk about the gratuitous plugs. Yes, I know. This is what you guys come to the stream for the gratuitous plugs, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for 11 awesome years where you've allowed me to be a content creator. Meaning that I shared my daily gameplay experiences with you in various forms on the internet, and you guys watched and interacted and enjoyed. And I love what I do. I absolutely love what I do. And I'm happy to be able to do it, in the long term. And I don't know how long I'll be able to do it forever, but thank you for that. It's your support via crowdfunding here on the streams that allows me to keep doing this. If a couple years ago, YouTube fell apart at the seams. YouTube lost most of their major advertisers and changed the entire website, essentially, to not really support people like me. Instead, they want drama videos. They want pranks and skits and stupid toxic shit that makes little kids watch and think it's funny. It's not what I'm about. I'm about honest gameplay experiences, and I did it for a long time, and YouTube decided to completely ruin their own business. I said, fine, well, if they're going to do that, I can't make a living on that site anymore, and I became a full-time streamer. And it's worked out marvelously, in my opinion. And in your opinion, too. The feedback's been, ever since I became an interactive streamer, things have gotten better and better. I agree with you. I think the streams now are better than ever. The content that I put out now, rather than just me playing like in an isolation booth, ignoring everything around me, having these cool live reactions to you guys, having conversations with you and everything, in my opinion, adds to this overall experience. So, I've definitely had a lot of fun. So, yeah. Pretty awesome, right? Liza Versol actually just said something. He says, honestly, at this point, you're just building your hardcore fan base I'm sure we'll still be around in 10 years as long as we can still watch you. I mean, essentially, yeah, I'm not trying to appeal to any new fan bases. YouTube essentially made that impossible. And with Twitch, there's so much competition, and there's so many things that are hypes and fads and things that I'm not a part of, that for me, it's just for people who really like me as a person and like the way that I do stuff on streams, the way I conduct myself, that I'm catering to. I can't, there's no way I'm going to one day virally become popular on Twitch and blow up and be something different than I am today. You know what I mean? You're right. I just focus in on those who like what I do and the way I do things. And that's the way we roll, right? So anyway, thanks for 11 awesome years, and thanks for the past 2.5 years of allowing me to do what I wanted to do as a live streamer. That being said, I pretty much rely solely on crowdfunding in order to make ends meet. Since I am a live streamer, it's not about ad revenue anymore on YouTube like it used to be. In fact, I make almost nothing on YouTube. It's really all about the contributions during streams. So if you love the fact that I stream 6 days a week full time, if you love the fact that I still archive these videos on DSP Gaming on YouTube despite I make next to nothing there, because I realize not everyone can attend the live streams, and if you like the way I conduct myself and you want to see me continue to be able to do this, please consider contributing, if at all you can, during today's stream. Now understand that contributions are not mandatory. I'm happy for people to come by and hang out with me and have fun and relax and chill and hear my honest opinions on games. That's really what this is all about, and that's what it's always been about. But that being said, if you can contribute to help me continue to keep going, and doing what I love as a passion here, something that I did for 2.5 years on YouTube before I ever made a penny doing it, because it is my passion, not because I just started doing it for a paycheck, it's greatly appreciated, okay? So allow me now to outline some of the ways that you can contribute, but hold on one second, because the sun decided to come out. Here we go again. The bright blaring sun just came out and started beating on my office wall. So I have to now put my fan into the window and turn it on and everything, because if I don't, this office will heat up by about 20 degrees in about 15 minutes. So give me a second here to get this set up. Here we fucking go again. I swear the weather here, it can't make up its mind, because it's supposed to be fall. Tomorrow is officially fall here in Washington State, and it's supposed to be all clouds and rain all the time. But it hasn't been. It's sun every day. Sun, 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 sun. And it's always when I'm streaming. It's always when I start streaming. Here comes the fucking sun. Heat up the office again. It's like, how about we have the actual fall weather we're supposed to have here, which is clouds and rain? How about we just have that for all of fall? That would be amazing, instead of sun, sun, sun every goddamn day. But like I said, it's hilarious because most people out here are the opposite of me and Kat. Instead, they're like, we want sun whenever we can because we're infamously known for just rain and clouds, and we like the sun because it's something different. I'm like, fuck that. I want the rain and clouds. It brings coolness. It brings moderate temperatures. It allows my office to be comfortable when I stream. I don't want to sit here sweating my nuts off all afternoon in a stuffy office because the sun's out all day when it's not supposed to be. Annoying. Okay. So anyway, I digress. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, if you like my streams, you like everything I do, please consider contributing in one of the following methods. First of all, patreon.com/DarksidePhil, my monthly Patreon campaign where your pledges earn you personal perks. This week, some people will be getting their questions answered on my Ask the King show because they were patrons. So give it a look. There's many perks there, many advantages to being a patron, and I'm appreciative of anyone who contributes to that already and anyone who's maybe considering contributing. So thank you very much. Number two, there's a Teespring shop. Thank you very much to anyone who checks out my Teespring store, where I sell primarily shirts, but there's many other things that I sell there in addition to shirts, including stickers and mugs and hoodies and the like. We are getting to the cooler part of the year where we might be interested in something other than a t-shirt, okay? You've seen me wear these shirts on videos and streams before. They're very good quality. In fact, I can attest that some of these shirts I've owned for over 2 years and they've never worn out. Teespring stuff is good stuff. All right? Anything you buy from my Teespring store, you get a cool collectible. It helps me out, so please consider it. Now, if you're here live on the stream, this would be a no-brainer. If you contribute during today's live stream, I give you a shout-out. It's a great way for you to get recognition for any contribution, and it's a great way to activate. I meant to say to participate and interact. I combine the words participate and interact into activate. My mind is going ahead of myself here. So yeah, it's a great way to both participate and interact in the stream, which is a major part of my streams, okay? So if you either cheer with bits, you subscribe to the channel, or you tip me, all right, I will give you a shout-out. A few things about this month for 4 more days. This ends on the 24th of September. It's still considered September here on Twitch, which means if you subscribe for the first time or if you continue a gifted subscription, it's half price. And if you cheer and use the Cheermo Subway, while you cheer, you give 10% bonus bits to the streamer. So there's only 4 days left to use these things, guys. Then things go back to normal. So if you've been holding off on subscribing, if maybe you were gifted a sub last month that's ending, and you want to continue it on because you really enjoyed having the emotes and the like, now is the time to take action. Only 4 days left. Okay, I got an email about this yesterday. I was like, oh shit, let me tell everyone, only 4 days left in this promotion. Okay? Alrighty then. So, if you cheer, sub, or tip, I'll give you a shout out. As you can see, we have a leaderboard at the top of your screen where I will update that with the current top cheerer and top tipper. And in addition to that, there's a cheering leaderboard that is integrated and built into the Twitch stream chat that will auto-update dependent on who cheers today, and the top 10 cheerers will be prominently displayed there. Now, a couple ground rules that we have to cover for my streams. The first is that I have to abide by all of Twitch's terms of service. That being said, you know, understand, I can't just say and do whatever the hell I want. I've got to be conscious of what I'm saying and doing, and make sure that I'm not, violating any rules or whatever. That's number one. Number two, I try to maintain a certain chill vibe here on my streams, all right? I try to make it so that when we're here, we're having fun with games. It's about my honest reactions to games. You guys seeing those honest reactions and laughing at them or enjoying them. Otherwise, having some fun conversation with both myself and other stream chatters, and basically being respectful to each other. This stream is not supposed to be a place of drama, a place of toxicity, negativity, or insults, okay? There's plenty of places in your real lives where I'm sure you can go to have lots of drama and negativity. The last thing you want to do is come to a gameplay streamer's stream and be bombarded with that stuff. You know what I mean? So, please understand, I try to maintain that vibe, and therefore, there are certain things that I'm not going to say and do on my stream. There's certain things I'm not going to react to on my stream. So I'll give you some examples. We usually won't talk about politics or religion. Those are kind of no-no topics, because those are topics that get people really argumentative and just angry at each other. And in general, they don't really tie into video games that much, although they may be topics that'll creep up every once in a while in a certain kind of game, and we will talk about them if it is pertinent. In general, we don't want to derail the stream with those kind of topics, because we know that they basically make the stream get derailed and become very negative. So we're not going to do that. In addition, no insults, okay? No, essentially no arguments about things that would be considered personal. We don't bring up detractors, and what I mean by that is people who are stealing my content in order to basically make a living on my behalf, people who are making fun of me, people who are insulting me. I don't care about that shit. It happens every day. Every single day, there's morons out there who go out of their way to insult me, who go out of their way to slander me, who make shit up or spin things away so that they benefit and I look bad. I don't care. I've been here for 11 years and I'm not going anywhere. I have survived despite the fact that the internet has had a mass slander and defamation campaign against me for the greater part of the last 5 to 6 years. Despite their nonsense, I'm still fucking here because I'm stronger than all of that, and I'm never going to be beaten by it. Therefore, there's no reason to bring it up or address it on the stream. It has nothing to do with the content of my streams at all, and we're not going to bullshit around and waste time with that shit. Okay? It's that simple. Fair enough, everybody? So please understand, if you do contribute, I'm incredibly appreciative, and I'm going to go out of my way to try to give you credit and recognition with a shout-out. However, I am not obligated in any way, shape, or form to react to anything that happens on my stream, any contribution or the like. If I see a cheer come in or a tip come in that seems like they're trying to derail the stream and either, get me talking about controversial topics or annoy me or insult myself or, there's a lot of the troll bait, as they call it. I have no obligation to read any of that at all. There's no contract between me and a contributor saying that I have to say something. And I think a lot of people don't understand that. You get idiots who come in with a bunch of insulting tips, then they try to dispute them with PayPal, which is fucking hilarious because I always win the disputes. It's just really stupid and it wastes everybody's time. Okay, so please understand, if you see a contribution come in and I skip it, chances are it could be an honest mistake, but in 9 times out of 10 it's because I read it and I realized it's something that's just going to derail the stream and I don't have to say something about everything. Fair enough? All right. So really outside of all that, the only other thing that I have to say is if you want to help me out the most, please tip me. Tipping me helps me out the most right now because I'm in a situation where my money is incredibly tight. And, you know, this last month things were incredibly bad. I got overdrawn on my bank account really badly. And even though that's okay now, you know, I basically want to avoid that happening again. If you tip me, those are the funds I can put straight towards bills and or buying new games. This game today, Link's Awakening, I bought with tips. So please consider tipping me if at all you can. If you sub or cheer, that helps too. Please understand, I'm not looking to gift horse in the mouth, but those are more long-term benefits where over time I get helped, while tips is a short-term thing that helps me right away, okay? Fair enough. If you want to tip me, there's 2 ways. Below the stream, there's a tips jar button you can click on, or you can type exclamation point into the tip into the stream chat. So exclamation point tip into the stream chat. Either way, you'll end up on my PayPal tips page, where you can either be anonymous, or you can leave your name in a message for a shout out, or you can just make up a name if you want to protect your identity, which is cool. And you do not need a PayPal account to tip me. You can use just a debit or credit card. In fact, there's a button right there on the PayPal tips page to do so that you don't have to go through the rigmarole of registering an account, okay? Fair enough. All right, guys, now it is time for the final segment of my pre-stream. This is the segment where I give shout-outs, okay? My finger itches. Hold on. Okay, I scratched my finger. Okay, so, let's get a shout-outs for those who've contributed. We start off with Overnight Jack Spartacus, resub to the channel for 30 months. Thank you very much, Jack, for the very long-running support. Much appreciated. Hopefully we'll see you on streams today for some of the epic fun. I don't think you're here right now, but thank you for that support. Captain Caveman, resubscribed for 19 months, and he says, well, excuse me, princess. Remember Zelda on Super Mario Bros. Super Show? Of course I do. That was weird, because that was the attempt to Americanize the Zelda franchise with a cartoon show that essentially was not very much at all like the real Zelda. Like, Ganon was like this really cartoony, annoying villain, like, just a really crappy, laughable antagonist. Instead of being like an ominous wizard who has all these powers, he would constantly have blunders and screw things up. And it was funny because Link would somehow always win at the end of the day, even though most of the time it was like inadvertent that it would happen. Like, he'd accidentally somehow find a way to be the hero. And then at the end of the day, he'd always want a kiss from Princess Zelda, and she would refuse. And he would go, well, excuse me, princess. In the most obnoxious fucking voice possible. And I guess that was supposed to be a running joke. I think all it ever did was annoy people. Okay. But anyway, yeah, I remember at Super Mario Bros. Super Show with Captain Lou Albano and that other guy who I don't even know who he was. They would dance around dressed as Mario and Luigi. And they go, with the Mario Brothers and the Plumbers a game. You get hooked on the brothers. Dun, 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 dun. You get hooked on the brothers. I remember that shit. Hell yeah. Of course I watched that. Everyone did. It was terrible, but everyone watched it anyway because we all loved video games and Nintendo. So of course we watched that shit. Okay. Gotta get hooked on the brothers. So, shout out to Circus Frog, who cheered 50 bits and said, Phil, have you ever remastered something in life and feel like you are an authority on it besides, well, his cheap masturbation joke. Har, 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 har. And he says, please don't ban. He took the easy stupid joke. Har, har, har. I'm not going to hold that against you. That was just silly. Well, I mean, let me put it this way. Do I find myself an authority on anything? Do I think that at any point someone would come to me and say, Phil, you seem like you're well educated on a certain subject. Can you help me out with it? Probably old school Street Fighter. That's about it, I would think. you know, I could certainly explain to you the ins and outs of YouTube and the ins and outs of Twitch streaming, but I certainly think that there's other people out there who have practices that are probably better than mine, mostly because they've found ways to hook a younger audience that I don't really usually do. You know what I mean? Like, I don't suspect a bunch of kids are coming by to watch me play games on Twitch. I don't. You know, it's going to be adults. It's going to be, you know, maybe teenagers, young adults. Those are the people who get interested in me and my style of content. You're not going to get kids coming in to get you views and money. Other streamers seem to be a master of that. I really don't care about that. So, you know, am I successful as a streamer on Twitch? I mean, yeah, I am. I have streams that are successful, that are profitable, that people enjoy, and I wouldn't still be here if that wasn't the case. But am I certainly anywhere near as successful as the top people who know how to bring in a younger audience? Fuck no. So I doubt that you would want to be talking to me about, you know, best practices of streaming and the like. You know what I mean? With YouTube, sadly, I could tell you how to be a popular YouTuber right now. It's just that you basically have to lose any kind of, you know, self-value. You have to lose all morality. You know what I mean? So yeah, I could probably be an expert on YouTube if I really wanted to be. I just don't want to be. Really, I would just say old school Street Fighter, like Street Fighter 2 stuff. That I'm pretty much an authority on because I played it for so damn long. I understand so much about the ins and outs of the game that I can explain to you on a very detailed and high level what's going on in any matchup and stuff like that because I played the living shit out of the game. Outside of that, probably not. As you know me, I'm a jack of all trades. I had never in my 11 years as a content creator focused in on only one style of game. And, you know, I've always been the guy who plays everything, who does a wide variety of stuff. That's why people like me, and that's why I've had longevity. Because on any day you could come by my streams and I'm doing a completely different style of game versus there's some people who are just, you know, a one-trick pony. They just play the one thing over and over and over. It's like, that's great if you're an authority on one thing, but doesn't it get boring after a while? Doesn't it get played out? What if that genre of game isn't popular anymore? You know what I mean? In a reality, that's one of the things that I feel Call of Duty content creators are facing in recent years, is that Call of Duty is majorly falling out of prominence in the gaming world, and they are desperately trying to cling to the fact that, man, this is all we really know how to do and all that we're good at, so we really have to find a way to make Call of Duty, you know, popular. And they started playing this Modern Warfare beta and realized, oh my god, this beta is not going to appeal to the mainstream kids who just did run and gun twitchy shooting over the last few years. What's going to happen if these kids don't buy the game and now no one cares about our content anymore? We've got to get the game makers to change this fucking game immediately so kids will want to play it again. Okay? That's what I feel is kind of happening in that community. But for me, I don't have to worry about that. If Street Fighter falls apart, there's 200 million other things for me to play, and I don't give a shit. And that's exactly what's happened, is Street Fighter V has been one of the worst competitive fighting game experiences in modern history. And I don't have to worry about it because I have so many other things to do. I don't care. It's been, 3-4 years now since the game's been out, and it's been a fucking disaster, and I don't give a shit. I have other stuff I can do. Can you imagine if I had focused in on just being Street Fighter, and then I had to play Street Fighter V for like 3 straight fucking years, this terrible, garbage fucking game? I mean, I probably would have quit. I mean, I'm being honest. I probably would have quit. And that's why I'm glad that I'm not like that. But anyway, there's your answer. Then Circus Frog cheered again. He says, why do you go into extreme cloud mode whenever you have phlegm? It's because my real... I told you guys this before. Well, I don't remember. But it's because my real name is Bozo. And I have a big honking red nose and big floppy clown shoes. You know, you guys have been asking me for 2 years what kind of car I drive. It's a clown car. It's a clown car, and I only drive around with about 14 other clowns inside. So when the door opens, we all come spilling out comedically. I have a flower on my chest that I squirt water from. And I'm an expert at making balloon animals. You know, that's just a few things about it. That's why. I hope that helps to clarify the situation. Okay? British Broadcasting Corporation Logic tipped me $2.14 and says, I'm curious why you pronounce royal like royal and not royale. Most people seem to pronounce it like the latter. Are they pronouncing it wrong? Maybe it's another frog golf thing. I don't know. Is it Battle Royal? Is it Battle Royale? I guess it depends on the situation. Because royal the word itself implies regality, like some kind of, like you're a king or a queen or an emperor, royal, right? Um, Royale, I guess, means like a melee free for all throwdown. I don't even know. What does the word royale mean? That's a good question. Battle royale. A battle royale mean. All right. I can actually answer this question for you. I know exactly why I say it wrong, because of the WWE's Royal Rumble. That's why. Because in the Royal Rumble, they call it the Royal Rumble, but it's a battle royale. It's a 30-man over the top battle royale, but they call it the Royal Rumble. So because of that, I've always confused the two words and I say the wrong one. That's your answer. That's exactly what happened. I just figured it out for the first time. I just actually figured it out. I got that association in my head that royal and royale are like the same word. And they're not. They're two completely different words, spelled differently and said differently. So if I say, "Oh, we're gonna do some battle royal tonight," and you're like, "What? Is it battle royale?" It is battle royale, but I say battle royal because I'm thinking Royal Rumble. You know. So there you go. Okay, bottle crunch, everybody. All right, there you go. So anyway, thank you to British Broadcasting Corporation Logic. I appreciate that very much. I actually am a fan of the British Broadcasting Corporation. If you weren't aware. And thank you for the top tip of the day. $2. Oh shit. $2 to get stuff started. Okay. Let's see here. An anonymous cheerer did a 250-bit cheer. So far, that's the biggest cheer of the day, so let's get that cheer up on the leaderboard. Thank you very much. Okay. Cutting Edge Gamer tipped me $2 and said, well, he basically tried to plug himself, and plugs are not allowed. I'm sorry, they're not. They're not allowed on someone else's stream. You can't plug your own fucking content. So, thanks for the $2 tip, though. Excuse me. Bumba Booey tipped me $1 and says, have you heard about famous streamer GGX getting banned because of a two genders joke? I'm glad you missed the bullet. Hopefully in the future we reach a time when you can joke freely like a few years ago. This SJW era is sickening. Even Dave Chappelle gets shit now. As you know, Baba Booey, I don't follow other streamers. I have no idea what the situation was. I don't know what the joke was, and I don't really care. I don't get into risque shit like that at all, as you know. Every once in a while, I'll make an off-the-cuff silly joke. Like, remember when I did the Neo 2 beta or alpha, and I made a joke that there's only two genders in the character creation. And all the idiots on Twitter took me seriously and freaked out. Like, I was seriously, like being a critic of the whole gender situation, because they're morons. They don't understand that it's a topical, observational joke that's meant to not be taken seriously, but kind of poke at the fact that people are so overly sensitive. They then take offense because they're morons. So that's fine. But no, I never really go crazy in regards to these kind of jokes. So, you know, I don't think that I would ever be affected by that kind of stuff. As you know, we very rarely will touch upon topics like that on purpose, because I just don't want to be a part of that. I mean, let's face it, you're making a two genders joke. You're basically baiting drama, right? That's what you're doing. You're like, let's cause drama to try to get a laugh on my stream. And you're always dancing with the devil when you do that. You know, you're always taking a giant risk because you don't know who the hell's going to be offended and who the hell's going to complain about something that you don't get offended by, but for some reason they're offended by it. And because that one particular person is offended, that's the end of the fucking world, right? So that's why we don't do that kind of shit on my streams. We don't. Instead, we just ride it out. We have fun with games, observational humor, and conversation that's basic with you guys. And we don't get into those hot topics because I'm not going to fuck with it. I'm not going to touch it with a 400-foot fucking pole. Okay. Shout out to RJC Palmer, who has subscribed to the channel. Thank you, RJC Palmer, for the sub. I appreciate that. Unfazed Shade just did a 1,000-bit cheer. Thank you very much, Unfazed Shade. He says, been playing Link's Awakening for a couple hours now, and you're going to enjoy it, Phil. Well, thank you very much, Unfazed Shade. One thing I do want to say, guys, please remember today, if you are going to cheer, it's still good for 4 more days. Please remember to use the Subway Cheer Mote. That gives 10% bonus bits to the streamers for free. The reason I say that is so far nobody had done that. up to now, and that's basically just free bits getting thrown away. You know what I mean? So please consider using it. All right. Fat Mr. Bo tipped me $1. He says, it feels bad because I got to leave for work in 20 minutes. I can't make it to Saturday's Zelda stream either. Well, Fat Mr. Bo, first of all, that sucks. Sorry to hear that. However, please understand that all of my live streams are archived in their full-on, unedited, unadulterated form. Because at the end of every single stream, I upload an archive of this to DSP Gaming, my YouTube channel. I do that on purpose for people like you who sadly cannot be around for the stream, so you can still enjoy the quality of the stream. All right, so please, when you get home later, head over to DSP Gaming and get caught up and have fun. Watch it at your own pace. And, you are a frequent contributor to the stream, so I certainly would not ask that you go above and beyond because you already do. So thank you for that. ATS318 did a 50-bit cheer, and he did remember to use the Subway cheer emote. And he says, hey, Phil, I'm excited for Zelda stream today. Indeed, so am I. Again, something that's right up my alley because it's old school Zelda and with a modern flair with the modern graphics and everything. And I think I'm really going to enjoy it, even though it may be a little bit cryptic and I may get stuck at parts. I think it's going to be an enjoyable experience. Also, the interactivity, guys. We're going to be able to talk and hang out and have fun while I play Zelda, which is going to be pretty sweet. It's going to make it a really fun experience. So, thank you. Shout out to Mr. Papavera. What's going on, Papavera? Good to see ya. And he says, we all heard of Link, a.k.a. the hero of time, but now it's time for Phil, a.k.a. the hero of hate, to gather the Triforce of Chill, Triforce of Sauce, and Triforce of Bottle Crunches. Well, there you go. The unholy trinity. Thank you very much, Mr. Papavera, for the 50-bit cheer. Good to see ya on a stream other than Minecraft as well. Awesome. Ralph tipped me $2 and says, hey, Philly, let's meet up for lunch and maybe grab a coffee. No. I can't meet up for lunch or coffee. I'm busy. I'm streaming, as you guys know. When I'm not streaming, I'm with my wife. If my wife's not home, I'm with my cat. If my cat's not home, I go to Area 51 and I party with the aliens. So there you go. But thank you for the offer, Ralph. I still appreciate it. That was very nice of you, and thank you for the $2 tip. Okay. Alrighty then. K-Styles 1998 just did an 1100-bit cheer. Thank you very much, K-Styles, for the biggest cheer of the day. So far, I appreciate that. Let's get you up on the leaderboard here for that big cheer, shall we? Oh, shit. I clicked the wrong thing. There we go. Okay. I thought I had screwed it up, but I didn't. I thought I clicked the wrong thing and screwed up everything, but no. Alright, K-Styles 1998. So that'll be 1.1K. There we go. Alrighty. Very nice. So now, let's give shout-outs to the top cheerers of the week, shall we? Because actually, with a lot of the cheering this morning, boy, the positions have changed a lot, okay? So this week, in 10th place for cheering, we've got Crow Zilver. Thank you, Crow Zilver, for the cheer, or cheering. In 9th place, ATS 318. In 8th place, Yoshino Lover. In 7th place, Sambuca 2020. 6th place goes to K-Styles 1998 after that cheer. Very nice. 5th place goes to The Real Flash. 4th place, Unfazed Shade. So he jumped many spots after that cheer earlier there. 3rd place goes to Babyman Gaming 321, who I believe now is now called the OG Rascal. So his name changed, but for some reason on my leaderboard it didn't. But I believe he's now called OG Rascal. So he's in 3rd place. 2nd place, Tantamouter this week. And in 1st place, Survive Sweet Treats. So thank you very much, everyone, for the cheat. Oh, shit. What did I click? I keep screwing stuff up. No, okay, I fixed it. Alright, so thank you very much for the support, for the cheers, for everything. That is very nice of you. Alright, so if there's nothing else to talk about and no other contributions coming in here, it certainly seems to me like we're going to be starting momentarily here. Anyone else have anything else to ask or any other last minute contributions to join? Yeah, I was asking, OG Rascal abandoned the baby men? Yeah, he did. Basically, he realized it was a bad idea because there's so many baby men that no one could tell them apart. And then certain ones were doing stupid shit and getting in trouble, and then it would basically everyone would think it was all of them. So he realized that he wanted to change his name, and he tried to change it back to Westside Rascal. But of course, this is what happens on Twitch. When you change your name, someone comes and steals your old name to try to impersonate you, and that's exactly what happened with this guy. Someone stole his old name to try to cause trouble in his name. So now he's fucked because now he doesn't have his name anymore. So he used OG Rascal. So it is what it is, I guess. You got to be careful about what you do here on Twitch. You name yourself something stupid, you end up getting stuck with that stupid name for quite some time. Okay. Vote Democrat says, what sub should I order for my local sub shop? I don't know. What's your local sub shop? What kind of place is it? That's the question. Is it a chain or is it a local place? What do they do? The era of baby men have come to a close. Yeah, just like the era of frogs. You know, we had, for like 2 straight months, people were just so infatuated with fucking frogs for some reason. And then that finally died out, and no one really cares about that anymore. So it's kind of the same thing here. Okay. Alright guys, I guess that's it. Let's end the pre-stream. Let's get started with Zelda Link's Awakening, shall we? Let's see how it goes. I hope it goes well. I hope you guys enjoy it. And hopefully this ends up being... Wait a minute. Final Laugh 87 just tipped me $5.50. Because I'm thinking about getting the new Link's Awakening. Do you know if it will have the same cheats and secrets as the original? I have no idea. That's a good question. You would think they would implement them in some way as like a retro Easter egg throwback. And I know for a fact that back in the day, Game Boy games very much had codes and things that you could implement. That would allow you to get things like, extra lives and unlimited currency, etc., etc. But I don't know. I can't answer that. I never even played the original, so I wouldn't even know what those original cheats were, Final Laugh. I'm sure people are going to figure this out in the next couple of days, though, right? Empire Arcadia just hit me $2, and it says, would you be interested in joining a world-class elite gaming organization? This sounds like a good idea. This sounds like something that's right up my alley. Especially if the leader of said organization was so dedicated that he would rename his name to something from the Zelda universe. I think that would be perfect. So, but we'll see. Send me more information. Send information my way about your organization, and I'll be sure to review that thoroughly. So it's an inside joke for people who don't know. People who don't know, that's a very, very inside joke from the old school Street Fighter community. So there you go. All right. I wonder if Empire Arcadia even exists anymore. Probably not. But anyway, all right. I guess we're gonna get started now, everyone. Thank you very much. I appreciate your support, and it is now time to start with Link's Awakening. Does that sound good to you? Actually, let me grab the controller. Hold on, it's over here. So just for clarification purposes, I will be using my Hori pad for the Switch. This is the gamepad that was purchased for me during the summertime so that I could play certain Switch games, because the Pro controller on the Switch is a piece of donkey shit and has a lot of issues. So now I'm using this Hori pad, and we're going to see how this goes. Hopefully it goes well. Excuse me. Oh my god. Alright, let's end the pre-stream, and let's begin. Here we go.